out the door and standing to the wind. Are the deer, hen, wild turkey, living life in no hurry. Songbirds singing in your ear, and that's the way we live out here.
I'm out here, I got a little free time before work. The midnight plot, it's just over there on the other side of that brush pile, right there. Clover plot is just over here, so it's the second bottom. So the trail that goes that way to a rock wall, and it stops. And the full trail goes up here, up behind the pond and all that. So my goal for this year is this whole ridge line here. All the way down the other end of the midnight plot. It's goes down to that point where it goes up to the pond, which is right over here. I want all this gone, except for the oaks, walnuts, and the hickories. So as you can see, there's a lot of cedar trees up in here, a few hedge apple trees, Osage orange. But my goal is to get all these down. The majority of them, especially on the left side of this full trail here, the majority of them are small, a few big ones. Over here, the majority of them are medium sized to big. So that's gonna be a little more of a pain. But my goal is to get this whole side down, except for the oaks, the hickories, and the walnuts. They stay. And then we'll run a fire down through here. So yeah, I'm gonna take y'all up in there and show you what that looks like. So I'm on the full trail here up behind the pond. The property line is probably 40 yards that way, 50 yards maybe, straight that way. We want to not use this full trail anymore. We want a trail big enough to ride a truck, tractor, four-wheeler, whatever, right on the edge of the property line. With this trail comes up and around, so we can connect them fairly easy. I walked it earlier. It's thick, but we can make it work for sure. And plus, it'll give us a good fire break because I do plan on burning all this. So this is right at the crest. This is ridge that comes here off the neighbor straight onto us, and it kind of tapers off down to the pond and the midnight plot and the bottoms there. So there's a lot of oaks up here. Some of them okay-ish. A lot of them are small. Some of them are somehow still, I'm looking at, he's up there struggling to get sunlight. So I've made a line. It's kind of hard to see, but kind of goes up through there and it kind of snakes back. But it's some oak trees around the crest, and that's where I want to stop the cut. So this is where I want it to stop. It goes, kind of snakes its way down to the pond from here, including the old shooting house there, which I am going to tear down because it is rotted and not even safe to be in, and it's already half fell down. But like I said, we're going to leave all these oaks. They're a little close together, but we're going to worry about that later because we are going to lose some to the fire. So I'm just going to not cut them, not give them enough spacing just yet because I don't know what's going to die during the fire. This direction, it tapers down to the pond, and then the killing tree comes down to the bottom over here. That is going to be another year project, which it's less cedar trees than this side. It's mainly a lot of oaks, but they're really close together. And as you can tell, a fire hasn't been through here for a while. So I'm gonna walk y'all down into here what we're cutting, and I'm gonna show y'all why we're cutting it. All right, so we're up here in the middle. As you can see, the only real green is just moss. These little shrubby bushes, whatever they're actually called, I don't know. But as you can see, there's oaks through here, but it's mainly just these cedars, and they're blocking everything out. You go right over there, probably 50 yards to the spot we cleared out forever ago. It's all native grasses, looks really good. There's almost no point in cover in here as far as the cedars. The wind's blowing right now. I can feel it coming through here no problem. They're all too tall, all the greens at the top. All that's left down here at eye level is just all the dead branches. So I mean, if you look over here, there's what wants to walk through here. Well, there's deer trails coming through here, but they're just passing through from the neighbors down to the food plot. So there's no food here besides the acorns when they dry, but that's one time a year, and they don't even produce every year. So we can get this, all these knocked down, get it burnt. Then you'll have native grasses and forbs growing all through here, and plus the acorns, acorn trees, some maples mixed in here. They can produce a little bit of food, but there'll be a lot more food and cover when all these cedar trees are gone, and it's just native grasses, native forbs. So it'll be good food and cover for does, fawns, hopefully including some brooding cover for the turkey poults. So that'll be the ideal for this spot, and that'll taper right down to the bottom where the food plots are, and then the pond is right here behind me. So y'all probably can't even see it, but I mean, there's an acorn tree right over here. There's a decent one behind you, a small one there, but they're few and far between, and some of the ones I've seen in here are actually dead because they got choked out by the cedar trees. So we have more oaks heading towards the bottom and more oaks on the top. So this whole area right here will be burnt and cleared, well, cleared and burnt, and then we'll leave the skeletons. That'll provide shelter for rabbits, turkey poults, fawns, all that right here. So excuse me, getting over something, but that's where we're at right now. So I'm gonna turn y'all around. I'm gonna show you all this tree right behind you, and I want you to remember this tree, okay? This tree right here, right there. Remember that tree, because I'm gonna do another video here in a year or two with this tree in the background, and you'll be able to see the difference in this place here. So it's gonna be good, hopefully. Hopefully some of these smaller oaks can have a chance to grow big like this one back here. And it's funny looking at this oak tree, kind of around it is a bunch of smaller oak trees trying to grow, and not a lot of cedar trees, because he is choking everything out. So that's what we want. We want the oak trees here to choke everything else out as far as cedar trees and hedge trees go, and just have acorns, hickory, walnuts, native grasses, and native forbs. So in this area. So hopefully next time I kneel down here, I can disappear behind native stuff. So if you're ever wondering, oh, cedar trees make great cover, I can see all the way to the bottoms right now. I can see the pond. I can feel the wind coming through here with not a lot of resistance. So it doesn't have good thermal cover. Overhead cover is not all that great. So it's just all around no good for anything. So the farm is primarily covered in this stuff, and I'm slowly working towards a 10-year project of getting this stuff knocked down. So I'm gonna take you up to the cedar thicket on top of the hill, Cedar Ridge, and a spot that me and the Dillons cleared out. It's probably been 12, 15 years since we cleared it out. Cleared it out, never burned it, never did anything with it. We just cleared it out. We were going to do a food plot, but we didn't have the equipment to do a food plot back then. So I'm gonna take y'all up there and show you what it looks like, so you can see a side-by-side comparison. It's a rectangle we cut out of the cedar thicket, and we just cut everything down, de-limbed the trees, got rid of the actual trunks or fence posts or something like that, and they didn't touch it, and it came back on its own. So I'm gonna go show you all that. All right, so we're up here on top of Cedar Ridge. This is a spot that me and Dylan cleared out, like I said, probably 12, 15 years ago. It's been a while, and we did nothing with it, which is where we messed up. So it used to look like this, just, which you probably can't really see real good, just cedar trees all the way down to the pond. It was just so thick. Deer were in here, but it's just, there was nowhere else for them to go. So we came in here, we just picked out a big rectangle, we just cleared it, cut everything down, and just left it. Just left it really. And so part of it I've kept kind of bush hogged, other parts I haven't. So this little trail here I left bush hog. This is a full little trail, so we drive it all the time. So if you look, what's the little trees in here? Come over here. There's a lot of little trees over here. So you kind of look. So I just jumped, I don't know, 2 or 3 rabbits out of here. Just walking to this little spot. Just past, 30 feet over there, and start cedar thicket again. Which that back corner is, they bed back there. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna do a little bit of work in there, but I want this rectangle, I would love to put a path around it and then burn it during the growing season. So hopefully it top kills a lot of these little trees. And I'm gonna come in here and cut these cedar trees that are growing in here out. Couple cedar trees that start popping up. I'm gonna cut them out. This hedge tree that when we cut it, we didn't spray any herbicide on it, so it just regrew. Now it's even thicker. I just want to cut it off, spray the stump, kill it, and then hopefully top kill a lot of these little saplings and have this a little grassland up here. And then every 3 to 5 years we're running another fire through it. But these little brush piles have made homes for the rabbits. I even saw some quail up here at one point, which was cool. I've never seen them before. But we just need to maintain this area. We cleared it, good, but we didn't maintain it, which is, once you start working on it, you have to keep working on it. So get this redone and burn it again. And then from here over to the fence will be a bedding area. I'm gonna go in there and do some selective cutting in there, make the bedding area more desirable. And there's a line of oaks along that fence line too, so you want to get them the best chance they got. And then we'll just slowly get rid of this cedar thicket. Not all at once, I don't want to shock the deer system. But hopefully with these trees and these cedar trees, when we cut them down, we burn it in here, it'll still get some structure when the native stuff comes up, which, like I said, it was just a cedar thicket, but you all seen what a cedar thicket looks like. We were just in one. So if you come back over here, and you look down, this is all native stuff that's come in. We didn't plant nothing. We just cleared this area, and this is one of those spots I just kept mowed with bush hog, mainly for trapping. But we got all these little stump sprouts coming up. I can look at all of them, but they've all been nibbled on. So deer just been browsing on them. That's most of the deer's diet, is woody browse anyways. A lot of these little saplings in here have been browsed on by the deer. So we can come in here and have it all look like this. I mean, there's some cool season grasses in here, but a few hedge trees trying to come up. But we'll just, like I said, a fire will take care of that. And we'll just keep this area looking good. And hopefully it'll, have some fawns in here, have some poultry and cover, more food besides just the food plots. I want to give the deer as much food as possible besides just the food plots. A lot of these flower, and I know these, I don't know the actual name of them, but I know they always have bugs on them. So turkey will love that. Nothing is really benefiting from these cedar thickets. Nothing, literally nothing. So we're just gonna slowly be getting rid of those and just making the area better for wildlife in general. So not only deer, but before I get to turkey habitat going, go for rabbits, get more rabbits out here, quail. Anything that lives on the ground will benefit from this. And it's like I said, the cedar trees I can show you the cedar trees. They produce some stuff, but like they have these little berries on them. These little berries, they have those. Birds eat those. I've seen them eat them. That's it. If it's the only cover deer have, then it's the cover they're going to use. But it's not really good enough cover when I could turn this whole area into cover and food. Let me I mean, like, what wants to move through all this? Like, what wants to move through all these trees? And like, this is a little, I don't know what kind of tree it was, but it was trying. It's now dead because it couldn't reach sunlight. It got choked out by the cedar trees. So eventually we'll get all these cedar trees out of here. And I mean, look at this little spot in particular here. Let me squat down. So what was the cedar thicket, and we cleared it, is now all these little saplings of, I mean, it looks like mainly junk trees. But like I said, I seen 3 or 4 rabbits in here. I'm sure the deer are browsing on some of these. I'm seeing some chewed up ones down through there. This looks like somewhat of a deer trail. But yeah, so I just really want to improve habitat and get some more of these native grasses and forbs coming up and get rid of this junk. So this stuff is garbage. It's just a hedge tree. It is not good for anything besides flattening your tires and your full loads and your tractors and everything. So, which I'll show you an aerial picture of this block. And we'll get it cleared out. It is super, super thick. And we'll make it good, make it a lot better. Which, I mean, you can see the piles of the old branches we used to have, we had in here. So, I mean, the deer use this through here, but one thing they really use is this folio trail. They use the heck out of it. Almost every deer I've ever seen come into the killing tree down there has come down this folio trail. Because I don't blame them. Who would want to walk through that mess when you can just walk through this trail here? So, I mean, here's several deer tracks here. Maybe a turkey track there. So, I mean, yeah, so we're just gonna make this place better. I'm gonna get on the folio and go on the other end of the cedar thicket here and show y'all the what these cedar trees look like now.